This video is a little offbeat. You don't have to be serious all the time. In fact, I should have probably put it made it a Sagittarius Society video. But it's here now, and maybe I'll move it or copy it. It's about astrology and the cognitive functions. Yes, people in MBTI talk about this. You're a little tongue in cheek, but there actually is some serious thought to it. The most serious was a link in the chat. So, first the planets. The Sun is the will, Mercury is the mind, Venus is love, Mars is energy, Jupiter is abundance, and Saturn is restriction. That's just how the planets affect the Sun, which affects the solar wind, and the aspects, work with that too, because it matters where everything is in relation to the Sun and the Earth, because it works on the solar wind, which works on the magnetosphere, which resonates in the ionosphere at the same range as the alpha rhythms in the brain. So there actually is a scientific basis to astrology. So says Ryan Aviation in the 1960s. So the Earth is the rising, also called the rising sign. It has 12 houses, one for each 2-hour period. When a planet's in a house, they activate each other. All 12 houses in them is the personality. And, if you're using this to determine cognitive MBTI, it'd be interesting to try. You just count the activated functions and, see if, what cognitive functions are a majority, and that could yield the result. That's kind of a way it could be useful. It'd be helpful to try it. So the Earth, I think I said that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Earth is the rising sign. It has 12 houses, one for each 12-hour period. When the planet is in a house, they activate each other. 12 houses. Yeah, I said this already. House 1 is the identity, which is E, extroversion. 2 is material resources, which is S, sensing, and it could be SC. 3 is thoughts, which is T, although it could be FI as well. Home environment is S, sensing, physical world. Creativity is N, and it could be either NI or NE. Work is S, the physical world again. Relationships, feeling. Joint material resources, SE. Shared principles. That could be FI or FE, depending upon whether you're helping the tribe or teaching the tribe. Feeling the tribe or teaching the tribe, that's the difference between FE and FI. 10 is career and reputation, which is a combination of things. It can be SE or NE, or FE or, 11 is creative expression, also known as group work. That's NE. If you're in charge, it's NI. There's the ENTPs. Or no, excuse me, ENTJs, yes. And the subconscious, which is psychological health, is NI. Planets and houses exist in 12 signs, in 4 elements, and 3 natures. The fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, are creative and masculine. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, are stability and feminine. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, are intellectual and masculine. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, are emotional and feminine. Cardinal signs, using the other type of signs, the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So Taurus is a fixed earth sign, Leo is a fixed fire sign, Scorpio is fixed water, Aquarius is fixed air. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, are change. So Gemini is mutable air. Virgo is, again, mutable Earth, Sagittarius is mutable fire, creativity, and Pisces is mutable water. Jung was interested in astrology, but he could not make it work in his practice. Too many moving parts, and they didn't have statistics the way we did. So cognitive function elements can certainly be assigned to the planets and the houses. Aspects between the planets are also important. Conjunctions are when planets are within 10 degrees of the circle, the chart wheel, I'll say the wheel, with each other. Conjunctions activate and reinforce the planetary features and signs they are in. Sextiles are 60 degrees apart, give or take 5 degrees. They are weak positive relationships or aspects. Squares are 90 degrees apart, give or take 7 to 10 degrees. It's called the orb. And they show where energy and obstacles exist between the planets and in relationship synastry between people. Trines are 120 degrees apart, give or take 7 to 10, and they show harmony and ease. Oppositions are on the other side of the circle or the chart wheel. Opposites attract and can either be activating and supporting or opposing. It depends, on houses and that. And it's interesting in synastry too, which is, how you use astrology to analyze relationships. And that's, one of the old things a traditional way that charts are used. It's to compare personalities and see who is a good couple and who probably should say, that was nice, but bye-bye. So signs also have ruling planets. And the house is aspected to where the ruling planet of the sign is in relationship to the planet in the chart. So, if you've got something in Neptune, you look at where Neptune is and what house it's in, and that's why Jung probably threw up his hands and said, I can't handle this astrology. And he wrote the Red Book instead and, went into that, which is, if you know Jung and don't know the Red Book, you should find out about the Red Book because it is his way of dealing with the evil in the heart. Now, I'm an ENFP, which means, here's how things could look. Pisces is rising at 8 degrees, or 19 degrees rather, and it's FE. The first house is extroverted. The sun in Sagittarius, Annie is in the 9th house. Scorpio, moon, FI in the 8th. Mercury is in Sagittarius, or it's a TE in the 9th. Venus, Scorpio, FI in the 8th, or it could be FE. Mars is in Leo, the 5th house, again, that's NI. Jupiter is in Pisces, that's FE in the 12th, which is SI. And Saturn is in Aquarius, which is TI, and it could be TE, in the 11th. So you add them up and you see if this works, and I haven't added them up. So, but I have FI. No, this is why I did it. I've got some TI. I got a lot of FE, which is that, but a lot of FI too. Some TE, some NI and some NE. And the NE is strong. So, yeah, that is this exploration. As lighthearted, hopefully, as the others. Jung believed in astrology, and Jung, started the cognitive functions. So you can't say Jung wouldn't have liked this because Jung, looked at this. One thing he found is that if the man's sun is in and the woman's moon are in the same house, that married couples often have this aspect. So. Especially the successfully married, although that just did not work in mine. But we had the same aspect, but in reverse. But that's enough about my marriage. My ex would kill me if she knew I brought that up. So, again, thank you for your time and attention. And we're going to go from the astrological to the spiritual on today's videotaping.